So, let's get started. This is Gossip Girl as you've never seen it before.
We hope you enjoy it.
Lily, are you shopping for some more art to match your furniture?
Why is my daughter going to one of your concerts?
'Cause we're awesome.
With your son?
Dan scored a date with Serena.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our kids were bound to meet. It's a small island.
Are you sure it's not some ploy you're using my daughter to get to me now that your wife left you?
How do you know about Allison?
Like you said, small island.
Oh, I get it. You hear about Allison, use your daughter as an excuse to start something.
Yeah. In your dreams.
Well, you are in my dreams, Lily, and one in particular recurs. It involves finding you in the back of a Nine Inch Nails bus with your shoes and your earrings and Trent Reznor. Oh, that happened.
No need to rehash details of decades past. So I moved on.
Yeah, from Trent to Lane to Perry, till you switched up rock stars for billionaires.
You think you're so cute. Washed up band. Crappy so-called art gallery.
Well, not all of us have settlements from multiple divorces to sustain us.
Just stay out of my life, Rufus. Just coffee. I'm not staying long. I'd like to get out of here before someone throws me down and tattoos me.
This is Brooklynville, not the Warp Tour. And don't tell me you had all your tattoos removed. I mean, even that little heart-shaped one between your...
Don't try to be cute, okay? Those days are well behind you.
I thought I was getting better looking every day. So, what's the big emergency?
Dan went out with Serena last night.
I know some for sure are proud of him.
Well, currently, he's sitting in the lobby of the hotel where we're living.
2 Americanos, one with an extra shot? You don't actually think I'm going to tell my kid who he can and can't date? I mean, is that really the reason you came down here?
Oh, well, I know what you're implying.
Admit it, you're falling for me again.
You're right. You're right. It's the low-income tax bracket. The bad V-neck T-shirts, the awful jokes. I don't know why your wife left you.
Well, she's got better taste than you.
Thanks.
I mean, come on. Why else have I seen you more in the last 2 days than in the last 15 years?
An unfortunate twist of fate.
Not fate nonetheless. Unless you, Are you seeing someone?
No, not really.
Uh-huh. Not serious. Or he's married. That is your type.
That's enough, Rufus.
What's his name? I've read about him in Forbes or Rolling Stone. Well, whoever he is, I'm sure he can't keep up with you.
Well, I'm going to take that as a compliment. But I'm serious. I'm worried about Serena. I don't need some new boy influencing or distracting her from her needs.
Well, no offense, Lil, but I'm guessing a kid like Dan is exactly what Serena needs. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Rufus Humphrey. My kid, Dan, goes to St. Jude's, and he really should have been selected as starting usher. Maybe there was a mix-up, some kind of a glitch in the system. I'd like to believe that, because I like to believe the best in people.
I'm sorry, Mr. Humphrey. The usher positions have been filled. There's nothing we can do.
Is there anything else? Any other positions?
You'll have to discuss this with our committee chairwoman.
Sure, perfect. I'd love to. Where can I find her?
I'm not sure. She must be running late. Oh, there she is now.
Why am I not surprised?
Lucky for you. She seems to be in a good mood.
Until she sees me.
Rufus.
Told ya.
Excuse me?
You got a minute, Mel?
Not for you. How could you?
Actually, I like this here.
This is no joke, Humphrey.
What are you doing with that?
The question is, what are you doing selling it to me?
You're Bex's client.
Oh, and you didn't know.
I'm just surprised you hired someone with taste.
Oh, well, I'm equally as shocked because when she said she found something amazing in Brooklyn, your gallery never entered my mind.
You'd have to actually recognize art to remember the place.
What I recognize is the fact that your wife would not want this hanging in my house.
Allison's a professional artist. She doesn't do background checks on prospective buyers, and neither do I. Besides, it's been almost 20 years.
And you still don't know women?
And you still know it all.
Your wife despises me.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, she did. I mean, she may have been wearing a slip dress and Doc Martens at the time, but she definitely meant it.
She's not like you. She doesn't hold on to that stuff.
Why don't you call and ask her? Or are you still giving her her space? Because trust me, putting this up in my house, even having this conversation with you, will only drive her further away.
Well, what do you want me to do then?
Take it back. You can call Bax and set up a refund.
So what'd you think of it?
I thought it was extraordinary.
This better not be my wife.
Rufus, do you always answer the phone like that?
Lily?
Listen, I need your son's cell phone number. It's an emergency.
A real emergency or a Lily emergency?
Eric is missing.
Missing? From where?
From his room here at the hotel. I'm trying to get in touch with him. He's not answering his phone. I think he's with Serena.
Did you try her?
She left her phone here. Your son's cell number, that's all I need.
They're on a date, Lil. If they picked Eric up along the way, I bet they're having fun.
I have a situation here.
A situation? Your son is with your daughter and my kid. I trust him. Why don't you?
Rufus?
Goodbye, Lily. Always a pleasure. Hey, I was just...
So I made some calls, but as it turns out, none of my people know your people. Shocking, but true. Either Dan Humphrey is an alias, or your son is not very popular. Regardless, I need that number.
I realized when I got off the phone with you that I could have been a little bit more understanding.
You think...
I called Dan.
Thank you.
And your son's not with him.
He's not?
But Serena got Eric on the phone, and he's okay. Dan said they would phone when they were all together.
Yeah. And you didn't think to call and tell me all of this?
I was just about to. Now, I hate to say this, but why don't you sit and wait here? We should hear from them soon.
Fine. And I'll pass on a glass of that non-premium liquor that you're drinking. But I will take something to eat. Thank you for offering. What? You still know how to cook, don't you?
What's wrong with the sauce?
Oh, nothing. I'm just so happy to have a home-cooked meal. Just needs a little salt.
What? It's perfect.
No, just a pinch.
You haven't changed a bit. You always have to be in control.
Well, I don't remember you complaining.
Well, I wasn't allowed to. It was one of your rules.
Yeah, well, I may hold the reins a little tight, but life is complicated, especially once you have kids. You know, when they're little, you're their whole world. And then, one day, the wall goes up, and you're on one side, and they're on the other.
Well, they don't like to admit it, but they want us to break through.
Yeah, well, maybe Serena, but Eric, I don't know what he wants.
You're awfully concerned about a 14-year-old boy breaking curfew.
Well, it's not my curfew he's breaking. He's been staying at the Ostroff Center.
Ostroff Center?
Yeah.
Is it drugs, drinking?
No, he's not a bad kid. He's just a lonely one.
Depression? Is it bad?
Bad enough to try to kill himself.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't know why. I don't know what I did or I didn't do, but I just don't know what to do to make sure it doesn't happen again.
All you can do is be there for them.
I hope that's Dan or Serena.
Hello? Hey, great. Yeah. Actually, I can tell her. His mother's here with me. It's a long story. Sounds good. Take care. So, he's with Dan and Serena, and everyone's fine.
All right, I should go meet them.
I'll wrap this up.
No, you know what? This isn't going to travel well. Why don't I just stay here and I can eat it quickly?
It would be a shame to let it go to waste.